A good day to all my subscribers and active Nigerian citizens. Thank you for joining me once again. This is Naija Unfiltered with Charlie. Yes, here we talk about politics as it affects the lives of Nigerians on a daily basis. It is nice to have you. Thank you for joining me once again. Quickly, let's go to the trending news on ground. And here's coming from Congressman Scott Franklin. He is one of the delegates that came to Nigeria from the US, sent by Donald Trump. And this is what he had to say on his X handle. Over the weekend, I traveled to Nigeria with the colleagues from House Appropriate GOP to address the worsening security crisis and rising persecution of Christian communities, hearing directly from displaced families and faith leaders about the brutality that they have endured was heartbreaking and completely unacceptable. Nigerian stability isn't just a regional concern, it's a test of global security, religious freedom, and human dignity. The US must continue to lead with strength and clarity. We are committed to defeating terrorism, hold perpetrators accountable, and stand unequivocally for the right people to live safely and worship freely. This is coming from Congressman Scott, and he's one of the people that came to Nigeria. I remember when he came, they met with Nuhu Ribado, they met with the presidency, and which the presidency felt like, oh, these guys were going to lie to them. We're going to tell them the other narrative. But they never knew that Congressman Scott and Riley Moore would go to the grassroots, go and meet the first-hand people that this affects. And they saw it for themselves, how people are living in abject poverty and how they've been displaced from their homelands. It was quite sad, and I'm glad that the US congressman came out boldly, even after the facade that the Nigerian government tried to play with them. But it's a good one. I believe right now, the message they will be giving to Donald Trump is we have to hit quickly, because this is no longer the usual thing that we see online. It is getting worse by the day. We still have a new case of kidnapping in some church in Kwara State. It is so sad, but let's quickly leave this and go to other news that are making the rounds. This is coming from Sahara Reporters. Ogun State pastor says DSS invites him following criticism of Governor Abiodun, demands formal invitation later. Now, what he does is goes online, looks at the bad roads in Ogun State, and everybody knows that Ogun State has one of the worst roads in Nigeria. And he complains about it, brings the government to notice that place. And guess who, instead of applauding him, invited him? It is the DSS. Now, it's not a question of what has the DSS been turned into since the coming of APC. Before now, we know DSS as a reverend security outfit. But right now, it feels like they are used to witch hunt people. Inviting him for showing clearly that, oh, this road is bad. Oh, Ogun State, this road is bad for years. We've not fixed it. Abiodun, this is bad. And you invite the person. But meanwhile, Boala, the presidential spokesman, said, oh, the DSS cannot apprehend or track bandits because we don't know where they are. But you can track out normal Nigerians that complain about their rights. It is that bad. That is the level that APC has brought Nigeria to. Yes, we have to say it pump and play. In fact, even governors are even scared. Opposition governors are scared to even say what is happening. Look at what Fubara is saying right now. Oh, I have to go out for protection to the APC. So it is not even about democracy at this point in time. So we can't even say we are even practicing democracy if we just winch hunt a particular group. No other person has a voice to say anything. The moment you lend your voice out, somebody comes to pick you up. It is that bad. But the truth is, fingers crossed, we are with the pastor in Ogun State. I think his crime is just being a Nigerian, and his crime is just showing the government that come and fix this road that people are applying for years. Appropriations are coming for this road. Fix the road. For God's sake. Let's quickly move on to the next thing. I think this story is a bit dicey, and we'll have to tread with caution while discussing it. But I will try my best to go soft. Coming from People's Gazette, Hisbah to destroy 3 trucks of alcoholic drinks seized by Karota. Karota is one of the outfits in the northern Nigeria, Kano State, where it's like a security outfit, but a local one. And they got over 400 and something bottles of beer, which is what, millions of naira. and they destroyed it. In this economy where we are, as a country, borrowing on a daily basis, you destroy millions of naira. Now, but again, let me quickly go to, I want to do a comparison right now. This is coming from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has taken further steps to relax rules around the sale of alcohol by allowing non-Muslim foreign residents earning more than 50,000 riyals, which is about equivalently $13,300. Residents must prove they are this, that, and that, and that, and that. Now, Saudi Arabia relaxed it. Nigeria still upholding it, or the North rather is still upholding it. Mind you, these same northern states still get taxes from, or revenue from, the taxes that other states pay when they sell all these things. Nigeria is a secular state, right? So we ought to behave like one. Nobody is forcing the alcohol on you. I grew up in the North, like extreme North. So I will tell you for a fact that I have Muslim friends. Like, more of my life, I will tell you I'm more of a Northerner than even an Easterner. But nobody forces an alcohol on you. I can't go out with my friends and I tell them, oh, take alcohol. No, that would be rude of me. So you don't, in the same way, what you can do is just protect your people, or rather educate your people by, in quote, the mocks, the teachings. Oh, don't take alcohol, it's not good for you, because of our religion says we shouldn't take it. But the persons that feel like, oh, taking it is not a problem, fine and good for them. But you destroy millions of naira, especially in a time where we don't even have money. Gone. That's on that bad part. If we were one rich state, Saudi Arabia is a rich state for God's sake, but they are not doing that. They still know that no matter how, they're still going to get money from it. It is just insane that we get to lose millions of naira just because one feels like, oh, it must not happen in our state. Meanwhile, you call it a country. We are together. And you still collect revenue from that. Then if you must do this, why don't you say, okay, the taxes that's coming from alcohol sale, we don't need it. That should make more sense. But you would rather collect that tax that other states, Lagos State, the whole Southeast, and other Western states are paying. You collect it and put it in your pocket. But when it comes to sale of alcohol in your region, you refuse it. Does it make sense? For me, I feel it is one of the worst things that has happened to this country. Because we can't keep losing millions of naira when we need money. When we borrow money from China on a daily basis. When we borrow money from other parts of the world on a daily basis. But we go here and then we destroy monies made for developing the country. It is so sad, but I think I'll have to draw the curtains here on this production. Don't forget to like, please share, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you feel about this whole scenario that I've played out in a couple of days, and I'll be keeping you updated on recent and trading topics.